Okay, good evening, everyone. We'll go ahead and call to order the regular meeting, the Folsom City Council for Tuesday, June 27th, 2017. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Sheldon.
Here.
Gaylord.
Here.
Howell.
Here.
Miklos.
Here.
And Moran.
Here. And would everyone please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so with that, any agenda updates to advise us on?
You have no agenda updates tonight.
Okay, so that brings us to our scheduled presentations. And let's see, our first scheduled presentation, I have asked Vice Mayor Howell to handle the honors here. And this is a proclamation of the Mayor of the City of Folsom proclaiming July 1st through July 3rd, 2017 as Western Rodeo Days in the City of Folsom. So if we could have Mary Ann and Rich join us up there.
Whoever said yeehaw was right. Was that you? Okay. This is a proclamation of the Mayor of the City of Folsom proclaiming July 1st to 3rd, 2017 as Western Rodeo Days in the City of Folsom. Whereas the City of Folsom proudly recognizes Folsom's Western heritage and acknowledges the benefits of preserving the traditions and customs of the city's history, and whereas the annual Folsom Pro Rodeo is the cornerstone of Folsom's link to its colorful past and is thoroughly enjoyed by residents and visitors alike, and whereas this year's event, to be held on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Dan Russell Arena, marks the 57th anniversary of the Folsom Pro Rodeo, and whereas Rodeo Park is renamed for the Folsom Pro Rodeo ambassadors Jim Digger and Sharon Williams. Woohoo, Sharon! In honor of their long service to our community and the Folsom Pro Rodeo, and whereas the 57th anniversary highlights include all the traditional rodeo events such as saddle and bareback bronc riding, steer wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and bull riding, performance by the Painted Ladies Drill Team, flying cowboys, professional bull jumper, rodeo clowns, nightly fireworks, the crowd-pleasing mutton busting, and live music in Mike's Golden Spike Saloon. Whereas in honor of the traditional patriotic theme, the Folsom Pro Rodeo will celebrate with the ever-popular in-arena fireworks, and whereas celebrating the 57th anniversary of the Folsom Pro Rodeo involves the assistance of hundreds of volunteers and a tremendous amount of community support that is most appreciated. Now, therefore, I, Andy Moran, well, I'm talking, so it's going to be me, Curry Howell, do hereby proclaim July 1st through July 3rd, 2017, as Western Rodeo Days in Folsom, and call upon all the citizens to cowboy up and join the festivities celebrating the 57th anniversary of the Folsom Pro Rodeo, and be it further proclaimed that on behalf of the Folsom City Council, I extend sincere best wishes to the Chamber of Commerce for another successful rodeo season. Proclaim this 27th day of June, 2017. Your official Judy.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carrie, and thanks for everybody who make that great event happen every year. So next on our scheduled presentations is a proclamation of the Mayor of the City of Folsom proclaiming July 17th as Parks and Recreation Month, and I've asked Councilmember Roger Gaylord to handle the honors here. And could we have our zoo docents in the crowd here? And let's see, I believe we have Susan Browning. Is Susan here? And Sue. Is Sue here as well? All right, very good. Thanks for coming out this evening.
Proclamation of the Mayor of the City of Folsom proclaiming July 2017 as Parks and Recreation Month. Make parks better. Or make parks make lives better. Sorry. Parks and Recreation, whereas Parks and Recreation makes lives and communities better now and in the future, and whereas, as it is established through the statewide public opinion research, 98% of California households visit the local park at least once a year. 2 in 3 households visit a park once a month. 50% of the households participate in an organized recreation program, and most of the park use is with family and friends. And whereas residents value recreation as it provides positive alternatives for children and youth to reduce crime and mischief, especially during non-school hours.
It promotes the arts, it increases social connections, aids in therapy, and promotes lifelong learning. And whereas residents value their parks for access to outdoor spaces for children and adults to play and be active, exercise and group sports, and whereas parks provide access to the serenity of the inspiration of nature and outdoor spaces, as well as provides and protect the historic nature and cultural resources of our community. And whereas residents value their parks and facilities for access to outdoor and indoor spaces for children and adults to play and be active, exercise and participate in group sports and activities. And whereas the residents of Folsom, including children, youth, families, adults, seniors, businesses, community organizations, and visitors benefit from the wide range of parks, trails, open space, sports fields, tennis courts, facilities, programs, and Folsom City Zoo Sanctuary. And whereas the Folsom Parks and Rec Department recently celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the Senior and Arts Center, which provides programs and services to over 40,000 participants each year, and amazing parties and lunches that Ernie always invites us to. Sorry about that. And whereas the Folsom Parks and Recs Department will celebrate its 25th anniversary in July with special admission prices to facilities and community special events at the Aquatic Center on July 22nd. And whereas the City of Folsom's City Council urges all its residents to recognize that parks and recreation enriches the lives of its residents and visitors, as well as adding value to the communities, homes, and neighborhoods. Now, therefore, it will be resolved that I, Councilmember Roger Gaylord, for Mayor Andy Moran, Mayor of the City of Folsom, do hereby proclaim July as Parks and Recreation Month, and Parks Make Life Better. In doing so, we urge all citizens to use and enjoy Folsom's parks, trails, open spaces, facilities, and recreation opportunities. Proclaim this July 27th day of this 27th day of July 2017.
All right.
Hi, I'm Susan Browning. I'm president of the Folsom Docent Council for the park, for the zoo and sanctuary. And I want to say that we are honored to accept this recognition, okay, this evening from the City Council on behalf of our docent family. The docents remain committed to supporting the zoo, sanctuary, and Parks and Recreation Department. And we appreciate the ongoing support we receive in return from the city, from Robert Goss, and all of his staff.
And my name is Sue Spielman. I'm the treasurer of the Zoo Docent Council. And we'd also like to thank the city at this time for its generous support of the Zoo Sanctuary's Barn Project. Thank you. The docents look forward to opening soon and the opportunity to introduce it to the public. We're very excited about this. The Zoo Sanctuary is just one of Folsom's many gems and a tribute to the city's leadership and balanced approach to providing services and amenities to its residents and the general public, even during some tough financial times. As long-term residents, my husband and I, since 1990, we've witnessed many of the changes, and we are very, very proud of our city. And thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue and Susan, for all the work you do with the zoo there. Thanks, Roger. Okay, so with that, next item, please.
Your next item is business from the floor. You have 3 requests to speak. Your first request is from Steve Baird, and Steve will be followed by Dino Trotta.
Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. My name is Steve Baird, and I'm a resident of Placer County. And I've come here tonight basically to speak on behalf of a Folsom resident who wanted me to give you a chance to hear a presentation on the state of Jefferson. Now you're thinking, well, that's something the crazy people up north do, but there's actually a hook in Folsom. You are part of Senate District 1, which goes from Alpine County all the way to the Oregon border. And you share that one senator with 1 million people. So that's where the tie for you comes in. Anyway, I'd like to give a presentation. It hopefully will be educational and intriguing, and see what your options in the city of Folsom would be, being a neighbor both to Placer and El Dorado counties who are invested in the state of Jefferson and looking to be part of the new state. So I'm going to leave these for your clerk to distribute to your membership here. And if you have any questions for me now, I don't think you can in this type of a forum, but I left my phone number on there, and you can get a hold of me through the website as well. And I'd be happy to give you a 30 to 45-minute presentation on Jefferson and what it can mean for you and the residents of Folsom. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Steve. Okay.
Okay, your next speaker is Dino Trotta, and Dino will be followed by Jobecca Trotta.
Good evening, Dino.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me speak. I'll try to be as brief as I can, and I'll try to give you, I guess, the good, the confused, and the concern. So I'll start off with the good. Last Wednesday, I went to the Planning Commission, and while I was at the Planning Commission, I wanted to note something that I saw I've seen many times before, but I just want you to know that the person who sits here, Steve, who is the city engineer, gave one of the most impressive communication about the projects that were brought on the agenda. Plus, one of the councilmen brought up issues that took about 20, 30 minutes to bring up through his concerns, and it was well presented. I also watched our attorney speak for the city and speak for the concerns that were on the agenda, and I was very impressed. So I wanted to give you that knowledge and give you that ability of the good. The concern was, as they went through one of the redevelopment for a low-income housing, I saw something that impressed me concerningly for the future. And I feel like we are upon the future. It finally has reached our doorstep. And one of the things that was brought up about that particular project was they're going to help them out with low income and they have to have a job. But on the matter of giving them a job, they had no skylights, they have no solar, they don't even have renewable energies of any kind. And so that brought up what I consider concern. Do we have an energy commission that looks over these projects for the future, that we can face solar, we can face wind, hydrogen, methane, and magnetics? I think I gave Mikolos an email once on hydrogen. So this brings up why the future is important. We are expanding, and I feel like our city now needs to address that on all new projects, how we can save energy, and especially this low-income housing. They wanted to put trees and stuff in, and I went, well, that's good for the person that can afford the place, but these people can't, they can't function. That's why they're there. I mean, not function, they don't have the finances to function on a regular basis, and this is a helping hand. And so I said, well, why can't they have fruit trees or nut trees, and why can't they have gardens that people can actually benefit from? So as the future prevails, I think that we need to address these low-income housings for how we can be actually a benefit. I mean, it's one thing to say, okay, my rent's lower, but my food bill's not lower.
Okay.
So I
right.
bring the future to you,
Okay.
and I'll be glad to speak to any of you at
Okay.
any time. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks, Dino.
Thanks, Dino.
Okay, your next speaker is Jobecca Trotta.
Good evening, Jobecca.
Buongiorno. Um, I came here because about a month ago, I got a call from my neighbor, Doug Scalzi, and he said, "Don't worry, everything's going to be okay." And I went, "What's going on? What's happening?" He said, "Well, there's a plume of fire coming out of your chimney about 20 feet tall." Well, that sent Dino and I into a panic. He said, "Don't worry, the fire department is out in front, and the police department is out in front, so just go out and meet him." So we did, and everything was rectified, but the police department was out there and directing traffic, and the fire department came in and said, "Can we come through your house?" And I said, "Absolutely, top to bottom, wherever you want to go. I don't care. Just go ahead." They were so efficient, and they were so right on, and they asked us questions and looked around the house, and just every detail was covered. And the police were stationed themselves so that nobody was hurt in anywhere, any possible way. And I just am here to say how thankful I am we have such a good police department, fire department. They're just like that, right on the dime. And they just have this order about them that they're just like that. Everybody knows their position, their place, and the way they do things. And I was extremely impressed. And they didn't make it a frightening type of thing where, "Oh, your house, where's your wait, we got it." No, it was just really calm, really made you feel like you could trust in the situation, and it really felt good. Well, we finally found out what it was, and we just needed our chimney cleaned, which we did the next day. But I just wanted to give a compliment to our both departments. Very proud of them, just really thankful that they're such good people. And we're all lucky. We're all very lucky. Thank you.
Thank you, Jebecca,
Oh,
and thanks for taking the time to come out, and both our police and fire chiefs are here this evening, so
Oh.
they'll pass that message along to their folks. So
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, they're perfect people, I'll tell you. Thank you.
Thanks.
You have one more speaker, Michael Flynn.
Okay, Michael. Good evening, Michael.
Good evening, Council. My name is Mike Flynn, and I'm interested also in the state of Jefferson. And I'd be interested to hear what Steve has to say about that, if that could be held at another meeting, an open meeting.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. All right. And does that conclude our business from the floor?
That concludes business from the
Okay.
floor.
All right, moving on.
Your next item tonight is your consent calendar.
I'll move items A, C, D, E, F, G.
A, C,
Second.
D, E, F, G. So you're pulling B?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else need to be pulled for discussion or separate vote? Okay, that moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
Howell?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
And Moran.
Yes, and.
And I'm pulling B
let's read
because-
Let's just read the item first. So
Okay.
Chris has got it.
So consent item 7B is resolution number 9955. This is a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with Black & Vetch for the pump station condition assessment and rehabilitation study and appropriation of funds.
Okay, Vice Mayor Hall.
I'm recusing myself because I can't remember when I last did work for Black & Veatch, so it's just out of an abundance of caution.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. So with that, I will move the item.
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Gaylord. Please call the roll on that item.
Councilmember Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
Miklos? And Moran.
Yes. All right. All right, moving on.
Okay, your next item tonight is your only discussion item. That's public hearing item 8A, resolution number 9956. This is a resolution approving the final engineer's report, confirming the diagram and assessment, and ordering the levy of assessments for maintenance and servicing of improvements within Willow Creek Estates East Number 2 Landscaping and Lighting District in the city of Folsom for fiscal year 2017-18.
Thank you, and good evening, Lorraine.
Good evening, Mayor Moran, members of the council, Lorraine Pagoni, Parks and Rec. So the item you have before you tonight is a overlay district for the Willow Creek Estates East District. It's one of our oldest districts in the city. It's about 30 years old. And we approached the residents starting last February to do public outreach to describe the assessment condition. They currently pay about $80 a year for their assessment, and we kind of reached that point of can't pull rabbits out of a hat anymore, and have an abundant amount of items to take care of in terms of landscaping, maintaining the irrigation system and whatnot. So this is similar to the other initiatives that we brought before you over the last several years. It's an overlay to help harness enough funding to keep this district going, be able to replace the landscaping, update the irrigation system, and continue to keep it as nice as it was intended when it was formed in 1987. So ballots were sent out in May, and they're due back tonight before the close of public hearing. If there is any request for replacement ballots, our engineer can produce those tonight, or if there's any ballots that are being dropped off tonight, we can accept those as well.
Okay, great. Questions for Lorraine? Okay, thank you, Lorraine. So this is the date and time for the public hearing on the proposed Willow Creek Estates East Number 2 Lighting and Landscape District. Ballots must be submitted by the close of this public hearing. So is there anybody wishing to address the council or the community on this item? Okay, so I will go.
Harriet, that's no comment on this?
So we will go ahead and
Shocked.
close the public hearing, and with that, announce any final call for ballots. So are any other ballots that need to be submitted to our city clerk? Okay, seeing nobody running up here. So with that, let's see, where are we at here? Calls ballots. All right, so nothing there. So now the public is invited and welcome to observe the tabulation process for this. So let's see, council will continue the item. So I do need a motion to continue this item.
So moved.
Not the public hearing. And the reason for this is that we've estimated it'll probably take an hour or two to tabulate the ballots. So we don't have enough left on our agenda to get through that. So we're just going to continue this item. So moved by Vice Mayor Howell, and we had a second. Seconded by Councilmember Sheldon to continue this item to our July 11th, 2017 meeting. Would the clerk please call the roll on that item?
Councilmember Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
Howell?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
And Moran.
Yes, and so with that, at our July 11th meeting, the clerk will announce the final tally and breakdown of votes. If votes are in favor, the council will consider adoption of the resolution. So with that.
If there's what if somebody like Harriet wants to know what the tally is? Can that information be made available, or you have to wait till the meeting?
They have to wait until July 11th when a formal announcement is made.
Okay, but as mentioned, the tabulation process that'll commence here shortly, the public is invited to observe that process then?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure that. Okay, so any other questions related to that? I know that was, I stumbled through that script in an awkward manner. Okay, so with that, we will jump right over to our city manager with reports that he wants to share with the community.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good evening, members of the council and members of the community in the audience here. We have made another best of list, which is good news for the city of Folsom and its residents for certain. Folsom ranks number 5 as the best place to live in California. It's tied for number 5 from 345 cities evaluated here in the Golden State, the best places to live. So we are very, very proud of once again being recognized by an analytical agency. In this case, the website Smart Asset has run us through their numbers, and if you go out to the Smart Assets website, you can see that ranking, and you'll find that Folsom is in very good company with several very beautiful cities in the East Bay and in Orange County. So we're very pleased to have all of our hard work as members of the community, members of staff, and of course members of the City Council to be recognized for all of our hard work and it paying off in this particular honor. With that, just kind of sticking to the rodeo theme, I want to remind the community the rodeo is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of July. It's a good time for all. It begins really in earnest this Friday with what's known as the Folsom Family Roundup. It's right over here in Folsom City Lions Park, and there's country music artist and all kinds of opportunities to have the kids get out and be part of the rodeo fun. So look forward to seeing you all this Friday at Folsom City Lions Park and down in Dan Russell Arena for the great Folsom Pro Rodeo 2017 edition. So with that, good evening.
Thank you, Everett. Steve, anything? Okay. Ernie?
About an hour or so, but no. Now, I had another Eagle Scout last night. The chief, fire chief was with me, and it was fine. It was 103rd Eagle Scout for the troop 94. And it's just amazing how many Eagle Scouts in this town, you know, and typical good people. It was ironic, the scout that got the award was a Folsom grad, and his best friend, the MC, was a Vista grad. And all this time, they were best friends, and they went to do different high schools. So it was great to hear them talk. And the only conclusion I can announce tonight is that on a trip that the scoutmaster overheard the conversation between the two in the backseat of a car, it was the debate on what high school was better, Vista or Folsom. And they came to the only time they agreed on anything was that the girls at Folsom High were better looking than the girls at Vista. So I think that's argumentative, you know, but it was good. It's just typical. It's so nice to be around those kids and the spark that they get. And the leadership, or the senior leadership of the troop masters, is outstanding. And obviously the parents do their job, otherwise the kids wouldn't be there. So I enjoy doing it. Now, one public announcement. Tomorrow starts the fireworks. I call it Hell Week because to me it ends up that way. But I just caution everybody to be safe and sound. As we have in the last few years, we haven't had no incident, but you can't take it for granted. I know we have, my organization had 5 booths, and we stress to everybody that buys to be careful. Just do what is the proper thing and be common sense. So we wish everybody, I think the normal 7 days of 100 plus fireworks temperature came a week early, thank God. And so I think we're going to be in the 80s and 90s for the 7 days, so it's much more enjoyable. So everybody enjoy it, celebrate your nation, but be very safe and keep that fire under control at all times.
Great. Thanks, Ernie. Roger? Anything? Okay. Carrie?
A couple of comments. Just I will reiterate Ernie's comments about the fireworks. Please be very, very careful. Or the alternative is go to the rodeo and see the fireworks there. I just wanted, for those of you that haven't seen it, there was a great article in Sacramento Magazine this month, so it should be available for the next week or so. But Folsom was included in one of the neighborhoods we love. It was a really, really cool piece about the city, and the photographer, in my personal opinion, did a great job on the artwork. And thanks to the chamber for helping out and getting people out there to be in that photograph. So if you haven't seen it, I think Christine may have posted. Did you post the link on the city's website? Maybe we should do that. That would be helpful so people can see it. And then my only other, well, next to last comment is I got a text over the weekend about some fairly significant graffiti that ended up in the parking structure, which hopefully code enforcement or Public Works is probably hopefully taken care of by now. But my question is, do we have any cameras down there? We do? So might not be a bad idea to take a look at the cameras and see if we can find the guilty parties and have them or their parents pay the cost of the remediation. Okay. I hadn't heard anything, so I just wanted to ask that question. And usual, please drive carefully.
Great. Thanks, Carrie. And the only thing I'll say is that it is a fun time around this town, the 4th of July weekend, so everybody be safe and enjoy yourselves, and we'll see everybody in a few weeks. Meeting adjourned.